The Game Awards just concluded, and as everyone expected, it was a whitewash by Clair Obscur. They won everything. I don't think any game has won this many awards. I am really happy for the panel to have finally recognized what a great game actually looks like. But we are not here for that today. Today, we are here to look at some of the amazing looking games that were announced this year at the show. So subscribe if you haven't, and let's get on with it. Lords of the Fallen is back with the sequel, and it looks pretty good. The first title received a mixed review. The game was definitely not perfect. The enemy variety was one of its main problems. It's a big game, so if there is less variety, people will get bored fighting the same thing over and over again. It's also even worse in the Umbral, where you have, I think, even fewer varieties. The bosses were cool, at least some of them, but the rest had some sort of a gimmick, which made it tedious after a few times. Talking about the sequel, it looks amazing. The trailer itself showed many new things, which got me hyped. I don't know whether or not they mentioned it was gameplay footage or not, but graphically it looked pretty good. The gore and kill mechanics look good. Overall, I think this should be an improvement from the previous one. Also, the Souls-like genre is slowly becoming my favorite, which makes this game one of the higher ones on my bucket list to play next year. It's coming out in 2026 with no exact release date announced as of yet, but I doubt it will be in the first half of the year. Next up, we have Seiros, and it's a very different kind of game we got from the recent years. The bullet hell mechanics, the dashing around, fighting monsters mix really well together. The trailer also showed us the in-game footage, at least that's what they said, and it looked pretty good. The animations were smooth and the combat looked great. The insane amounts of bullets flying through to the bosses looked great. While I cannot say too much just by looking at a small trailer, it does look pretty interesting and unique from the Game Awards show, and so I had to put it on the list. As for what we know about the game so far, it is made by Housemarque for the PS5 and PS5 Pro, and follows Soltari enforcer Arjun Devraj, seeking answers about the lost colony. As I talked about earlier, it has intense bullet hell mechanics, persistence progression, and some really cool weapons. And of course, it's a roguelite, but some of the upgrades can carry over even after death, which is pretty cool. When they revealed the figure in the end, I thought this was the game that was teased in the desert, but it looked different, so I was relieved. Not saying this game is not good enough, but I thought it would be for a game that would have gotten everyone up on their feet. And let me tell you, it sure did. Next is No Law, and to be honest, if you would have shown me the trailer and told me this was a new DLC for Cyberpunk, I would have believed you. It looks so much like Cyberpunk that I am really excited to play this game now. The modern robot setting with guns, I don't know, just ticks the right boxes for me. There was no release date or window that was shown in the trailer, and I couldn't find anything on the internet either. What I could find is that it's a first-person shooter RPG with immersive sim elements. Now, I don't really know what it means, but it sounds cool. It takes place in Port Desire, a major trading hub with very few rules, which makes no sense, but we move on. It's coming out for all major platforms, and you can wishlist it on Steam right now. Out of Worlds is an interesting one. I mostly put this in here because I really like the art style. It's like a claymation animation made into a game. There are two characters and it's a co-op game, which means the It Takes Two or split fiction genre has gained enough popularity that different studios now want to make big games from the same mechanics, and I love it. It's very unique. The setting of the game seems more bizarre and weird compared to the games I mentioned. It's a stop-motion adventure platformer game where two characters, Carla and Kurt, take on many challenges and endure hardships along the way that will test their friendship or love. I don't really know whether or not they are lovers, but as they can't speak, there might be some troubles along the way, and it would be really interesting to see what unfolds. The game looked very unique, and it's the main reason why I have it on this list. It's coming out next year on all major platforms. Phantom Blade captured my eye when it was first announced, and in the Game Awards, they showed us some more incredible footage of the game, and I am even more excited now. The trailer went so hard. I have to say, out of all the trailers and announcements, this one was the best. It was the Clair Obscur of the announcements and trailers, because it was the best at everything. Okay, I should just stop. Moving on. This trailer, however, did show the cinematics a bit more. Showed the bosses and the environment. We have seen more combat and gameplay with other trailers in the past, but this one crammed many things into one video. And they showed this one drunk fighter, and then later the player learns those moves, kind of like Elden Ring. Makes it so sick. I really want this game to be the best one next year. It checks the Souls-like box too. The graphics look amazing, the combat looks smooth, given that the gameplay was shot on PS5. It has a set release date of September 2026. Still a few months to go, but I am happy that it's in 2026, not 27. Nioh is next with its third installment. I have never completed a Nioh game. I feel like it's too hard for me. Yeah, you can call me casual, but I feel like the game gets harder when I already feel like I'm facing the final boss with the first one. Every time I look at someone playing it, flawlessly defeating the bosses, I get so hyped and install it, only to be reminded how bad I am at this game. Nioh 3 did the same thing to me again. The trailer looks so cool with those large bosses, even tougher enemies, but the guy playing it makes it look a little easier. I don't know if it's true, I'm just speaking out of my butt. I think this one is an open world game compared to the semi-open world style from the previous games. Along with that, I found that the game has new stealth mechanics, which I don't know how many people will use, but it's nice to have new things, I guess. Quickly, I wanted to say that if you are enjoying it so far, hit the subscribe button. Now, let's get back to the video. Next up, we have Decrepit. Looking at the trailer, I have no idea what this game is. Is it Souls-like? Is it an escape simulator? A horror game? Whatever it is, the game looked unique enough to get my attention. The monsters, though, looked a little dated. It is not one of those highly detailed, fully gory, blood-soaking demons that other games have nowadays. They will be opening up the playtest soon. You can wishlist it now. I am excited to play this game, and I hope it comes out next year. It will have a different class system and will not feature any maps or quest markers, making it more of a Souls-like game than many others. I don't really know whether or not it's coming to console, but it will be available on Steam for PC.
Resident Evil Requiem is the game I was waiting for this show, and it did not disappoint. It started off with the female protagonist Grace and then a cool transition to Leon. Apparently, there was a leak going on for this game that Leon would have a bearded old form, but there was nothing like that. This game will feature the old school two protagonist system. With Leon, Resident Evil continues with its action-heavy game, while with Grace, we get the horror side of things, which is a good idea to satisfy most of the player base. And the best part is, it's coming out on February 27. I am so excited that it's so close to being released. If it wasn't for Phantom Blade, this announcement would have been my favorite for sure. It will be coming to all major platforms, including Switch 2. Next, we have Pragmata, developed by Capcom. Capcom had a lot of games to show this year. This is another one that caught my eye, and I think it should be a good one. I think Pragmata was in a development hell for a long time, but now it finally has a release date. It looks very similar in style with Death Stranding 2, and the music they used in the trailer, it's like so emotional. I loved it. I don't know whether it's copyrighted or not, but I think you should give it a listen. As for the game itself, it's a sci-fi action-adventure game with two protagonists. Well, two characters fighting as one. You play as Hugh, and you have an android companion. You're the main powerhouse, shooting and smashing stuff, while she hacks away. I do really like the concept, and it does make it quite unique in a sense. Although the action sci-fi genre is pretty diluted, this kind of new thing makes me want to try it out. It is set to release in April of next year, and will be releasing on all major platforms, including Switch 2. Divinity! Oh, Larian. They said they were not even thinking of the next Divinity game for the foreseeable future, but what do we have here? The statue was for Divinity, and the trailer got me goosebumps. The start made me feel like it's just another Diablo expansion or something. I was not expecting anything like this from the studio. There was blood, gore, sex, all of which was in Baldur's Gate 3 to be honest, but many of the most gory stuff was censored there, like some happens outside the camera angle. But when they showed all those flesh ripping, blisters, and tearing, I thought this was something else completely. Then came the statue, and boy oh boy, I was excited. I have tried Divinity once before, but I don't think I played it much. This time around, I will be playing the hell out of it. The trailer was only cinematics though, so there is a lot of time until it comes out. And knowing Larian, they would want to perfect the game before shipping, so there might even be delays as well. It might even come out in 2028, who knows? But I want it to be amazing, that's all I care about. From the publishers of the tabletop game of the massively popular Dungeons & Dragons comes a new game, Warlock. They want to ride the high with their previous Baldur's Gate 3 release in partnership with Larian, and now they are making Warlock. It seems pretty cool. If I'm not mistaken, Warlocks are the ones who wield magic as well as combat weapons, right? At least in the trailer, she does.
The design and the dark environment looked pretty cool. While there was no actual gameplay shown, if it's as fun as Baldur's Gate 3, I'm happy. While the genre is very new for any D&D game, an action-adventure, the setting and the universe is what most people will be familiar with. The gameplay reveal is set to be released in 2026, with the full game coming out in 2027. Still a long way to go. With gameplay footage, we can expect how things will be for this game. A new Control game is coming out with Control Resonant. We get like little to no actual gameplay footage, but it should be pretty different from the last ones. By different, I mean the settings, power, and controls, no pun intended. The weirdness and the creepiness of Remedy games will always be there, you can be sure of that. The trailer is a big reminder of what a twisted kind of story Remedy puts out. Even with Alan Wake 2, you are pushed back and forth with both the characters, and only during the final parts of the game does everything click. Also, a staple with Remedy nowadays is their graphics. They look amazing. In the video, if they are actual game footage, they look so good. I hope they keep the same level of quality with their story, making it creepy and just as equally engaging. The gameplay with Control is also a big part. They need to do a lot of things right with this game to follow up with their success with Alan Wake 2. That game was so great. No set release date was announced, but they said it will be coming out in 2026.
And finally, we have not one, but two Tomb Raider games. Tomb Raider Catalyst and Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. It has been a long time since a new Tomb Raider came out, and now they are planning on releasing two, one after the other. Legacy of Atlantis is coming out in 2026, and Catalyst is coming out in 2027. It seems like Legacy is the one that they are making to give you the taste of what Tomb Raider is all about. It seems like it plays exactly like the previous games, with almost the same type of graphics, while Catalyst seems to be the more quote-unquote advanced version, with improved graphics, new gameplay, and everything. So it should be interesting to see what the series unfolds. The Catalyst trailer was not even actual game footage and was just cinematics, so it's not even very deep into development, while the Legacy trailer had some decent amount. What do you think of the list? Did I miss some of the games that caught your eyes? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, hit the like and subscribe button. YouTube recommends this video on your screen right now. Give that one a watch as well. See you in the next one.